that we are joined by our own Lake Union Pathfinder, or not Pathfinder, but ICAMPOREE
ICAMPOREE
Director,
right.
Also Youth Associate at Michigan Conference.
Yes.
So you're wearing two hats here.
Yes, I am.
Craig Harris. And so tell us a little bit about what it's been like in terms of planning something like this as our ICAMPOREE Director. And you're stepping in because Ron Whitehead.
Yeah.
He has just a small role that he has to play.
Yes, he does. He's our union director, our Lake Union director, but he's running the big ICAMPOREE.
The big ICAMPOREE.
And so he asked myself to run Lake Union, and so that's Indiana and Lake
Illinois.
Region, Illinois, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
Yep.
And so what we've been planning for a long time.
How long? Last month?
Oh, 2 years. We've been planning for 2 years of how we were going to set this all up, and then in the last 6 months or so, we've really been focusing on it. So we've figured out how many tickets we had, each conference had, and then we would figure out how much space, and we were trying to give everybody 125 square foot per person to put their campers in and all of that.
A lot of math.
A lot of math, yeah. So we had David Krug. I'm going to throw it out to David Krug. He's the guy that did all the mapping for Lake Union.
Wow.
So we know where all of our sections were. And we had it all planned, and when they all came in, or when we came in to mark it off, everything was all messed up.
Oh my goodness.
So the roads were different and everything, so we had to redo everything. So we've had a fun time. We are in, and Lake Union is such a great union.
It is.
They came in, cooperated with each other, and we're set up. You can see all the...
So how many folks from the Lake Union
I think there's about 3,800. I think that's what it is.
Are you talking Pathfinders or...
Pathfinders and staff.
And staff,
yeah.
okay.
And there's cooks and all of that stuff there.
So 3,800 in all.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Still a lot of people
there is.
That you have to be helping to manage.
Yeah.
So there have been some bumps in the road. Tell us about some of the things that have been going on.
Well, we've had a little bit of issues with portalets, and we've had trouble. And one of the things when you come to a brand new venue, it takes some wiggle room for us to settle in,
We're
right?
new. We're not in the place we've been right in our backyard.
They have never seen anything like us here before, not at this size anyway. And so they're trying to catch up on the trash, and we're doing our honest part as Pathfinders do to get that kind of turned around a little bit.
Gotcha.
This morning, all of the unions here have been around picking up trash and taking care of that.
So yesterday,
yes,
the weather.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
We knew about 4 o'clock that they had canceled the evening meeting. Lots of wind, 45-mile-an-hour winds with tents. But we're Pathfinders. We know how to pitch a tent. Most people did.
Most people. So a few tents were lost.
There were a few tents that were lost, and some awnings. I was surprised of how many awnings were still up.
Wow.
So they had particularly fastened them down pretty well.
Okay, so they got their the tent building honor? Is there something? They got it done right.
Yeah,
so
camping skills 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. Exactly
so they passed it.
They passed with flying colors. And so one of the things that's been really a blessing to see this morning is there have been a couple of clubs where they lost pretty much everything. Everything's wet. And so they took it to the laundromat and washed it for them. This is not them. This is another club washing for them, right? And
within our club?
Within our Lake Union. Yes.
Wow. People are stepping up to help other clubs.
Absolutely. So we've been taking care of our own. The community has just responded just tremendous. Walmart had just said you can come here and shelter. They have offered pillows and blankets for us. So it's just the community's been wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah.
But praise God, because some of the reports that I've been hearing, it's like it was coming and then it opened, it split. So are you hearing any of that?
I did not hear that, but that doesn't mean it's not true.
Okay.
So, but I just know that it was the storm. The storm hit us, but we were on the edge of it.
The edge of it.
But,
wow.
Yeah.
I want to talk about after the storm.
Yeah.
Because I was coming through the gates as people were flooding from, because people had to shelter, leave their campsite to go shelter in these structures, in buildings where it would be safe.
The biggest building we have is a Wyoming Center, right over here. And we have about 58 to 60,000 people here. And from what I understand, what I heard this morning, is we probably had 40 to 45,000 people in that building, which is not meant to be. And they were saying that the reason why they did it was safer in there than it was out there, even though you were breaking all the codes. It's not. It's not intended for 45,000 people.
Right.
So anyway, they were very accommodating to protect our
and let
people.
folks stay there. But then as we came out,
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I did.
Describe what you saw.
Well, over here in the eastern sky, the same place where Jesus is going to be coming again, there was a double rainbow. As soon as the storm was over, the protection, we knew that we were pretty safe. There was really hardly any injuries. Some people tripping over things is pretty much all that I know. But a double rainbow, and it was one of those rainbows that you could the lines were so defined in the colors.
Yes.
It was sometimes you just have that little hue.
Yes.
It was so defined.
It was.
And we're all going, whoa, look at the lines on that. And then the second one appeared, and so everybody was taking pictures, and I'm almost getting a little emotional about it.
It was surreal, because this is right after the storm. You know, things just brightened up, and then there was this, as you said, the double
this promise.
rainbow. The promise. So that's what I want to talk to you about, because I was hearing kids and their response to it. Yeah. But what are the spiritual lessons, and what are some of the things in terms of you might be sharing with kids? Because I think this is one of those things that we'll not forget.
This
ICAMPOREE will not forget.
Exactly
and this experience after that storm.
I want you to believe in the promise that I'm coming again. And this is just a reminder, you'll see me with a rainbow on my throne.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.